Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
And also, we'd love you to join our show today. And the only way you can join our show is to go to donandgino.com and click on the live streaming button, and voila, you'll enter our show. You'll see the very handsome Lou Asman. He dressed up for the occasion.
Because we have Chuck's on.
Yeah, we have our 3 HD cameras ready to go, so you can join us again. donandgino.com. Love you to join us here in the studio. And you'll see that Lou's also wearing his Rotary pin.
That's right.
Very involved individual, especially this year. You just took over presidency, didn't you?
July 1st, actually. It's been, 3 months?
Yeah, it was hard to even get
4
you
months.
in here. You've been so busy now. Between your practice, your law practice, and now running the Rotary Club as the president, you've been pretty busy, haven't you?
It takes up a lot of time. People don't realize how much time it takes up. For every Wednesday meeting, I prep for about 3 hours before the meeting to get ready, and this was a crunch for me because I would normally be preparing for my meeting now. So
it'd be like a woman preparing her clothes before the meeting. You prepare actually documentation and information.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting ready for Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Every
Why don't you
Wednesday.
explain a little bit more about what Rotary does, because we have a local chapter here that's been together for a very long time. I know we just got a brand new, beautiful Rotary clock in downtown Newhall, which
Right.
I'm very proud to be part of, the Donna Gino Show. Why don't you give us a little background? And this will help you all. Remember, all the time you'll notice that the people that are on our show give back to our community, because we live in this community, love our community, work in the community, and some of us live off the community. So therefore, it's very important to Gino and I that they give back to community, and you do that in all facets, even around the world, don't you?
Yeah, Rotary is local business people and professionals coming together to do community service within their community. So in this community, we have the Rotary Club of the Santa Cruz Valley, founded in 1960. 1960. So it's 55 years old.
Even before we were born.
Right. No, I'm sorry, Don, to disappoint you.
I tried, Lou. I tried.
That's all right. So the Rotary Club here in the Santa Cruz Valley is part of an international network of Rotary clubs. Rotary started in 1906.
Wow.
6 men got together actually to do business networking. So Rotary is one of the oldest networking organizations in the world. But at the same time as we're doing business networking, we're doing good things for our local community. So whereas we have over 100 nonprofits in the Santa Cruz Valley that have their own special interests, Rotary does not. But Rotary contributes to many of those nonprofits so that they can help others. Rotary International, out of Evanston, Illinois, there are 1.3 million Rotarians around the world.
Wow.
3,400 clubs around the world, and a lot of us are in that age group. Lisa's probably a little bit too young to remember polio. And I remember as a kid going to the doctor and getting my sugar cube, and it was a real threat. And a couple of weeks ago, they announced that Nigeria has been polio-free for a year.
Oh, wow.
And if Nigeria is polio-free for another 2 years, then Africa will be polio-free, and therefore all the continents will be polio-free. The only area that will have wild polio left in the world is the Taliban-controlled region of Afghanistan and Pakistan. Every time Rotary and the World Health Organization tries to send people in there to inoculate children against polio, they get murdered. And so, polio is...
That's not right.
No, but so polio has been eradicated by the generosity of Rotarians around the world. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation matched dollar for every dollar that's contributed by Rotary. And it's just a wonderful giving organization. We're now moving on. I see this, the glass, these bottles of water. Rotary is now moving into water and providing clean water around the world. A group of us from our Rotary Club are going down to Panama at the end of January. It's a humanitarian trip, and we're going to be helping with some water projects. But the other thing that I'm passionate about with Rotary is that they heal children with cleft palates. I don't know if you've ever seen a child with a cleft palate. It's really terrible. They can't communicate. It is a 45-minute operation that changes a child's world forever.
Wow.
And so we're going to be going down to Panama and working with the Cleft Palate Project to help them and these kids get a new life.
Wow. Okay, see, I knew that we'd bring up what is Rotary, and you just, very passionate about it.
It's great.
You're very, very involved, obviously taking on the role of president, which I know when you run any type of network or organization, it's a monumental task, but you're very passionate about it. And the reason we bring this up, and I know you're going, wow, I didn't know I needed a history lesson on polio, but a lot of you don't understand that there's a lot behind it that makes this stuff go away. It doesn't just, go over time. There has to be an effort behind it. And the reason I bring this up and Lou's so behind it is because those are when we choose professionals to support us and that support our community. It's very important because those are the type of individuals you want to give you advice because they're accountable to you. They're accountable to Santa Cruz Valley. And Lou, with Esben Law, sorry, I was going to say Lou Esben Law, but Esben Law, you've been out here for how many years?
23. I've had my practice here for 23 years.
Okay, that doesn't happen by accident. And we all know that. That happens by pure doing a great job and being accountable to Santa Cruz. Otherwise, you will not survive in Santa Cruz.
No, actually, my car broke down along the 5 freeway, and
You're stuck here ever
the
since?
the wagon broke down the side of the road, and here we were.
Yeah, he came in covered wagon, no doubt. Okay, so today I just wanted to give you an idea of what happens around our community and the great work that Lou Esben with Esben Law does. And when we come back, we're going to talk about some really interesting stuff. Now that bankruptcies are down 60%, but that means still 40% of you need assistance with debt in some way or another. And there is an answer. A lot of you are afraid to talk to a bankruptcy. Lou's a good guy. I know him. You don't have to be afraid of your bankruptcy attorney. You just need to know more. So Lou's going to share a little bit more about bankruptcy and how it can possibly help you. Also, he's going to talk about some of the more complicated cases he's helping people out with because a lot of typical bankruptcy attorneys just file paperwork. Lou is far and above that. That's where his 30 years experience comes in. And then we're going to talk about something that's paralyzing, going to become paralyzing to our financial markets, just like the housing market did. It's called student loans. And a lot of you out there, I'm sure, are handling those for your children. So Lou's going to talk more about where we're at with that and what may happen and are there options for you. And maybe you just need to say no. But don't say no to the Don Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.